Hey everybody, it's Mind Body Synergilia, and I'm back with another video. It's just been a while since I've done a video. So many things have been going on. If you keep up with my blog, it's been a lot. Exhaustion, and anybody who follows me knows that I have Barrett's esophagus. So um, it's been rough to say the least. The esophagus, the gastritis, after stopping the PPI, it's been just open the floodgates to acid. So with the Barrett's, I've had issues with speaking because it hurts. There's pain on some days, and some days I've been losing my voice. Some days it comes and goes, and right now it's coming and going, as you can hear, but there's no pain. So I figured I'd hop on at the very least because I have a lot of things to share, things that I've been trying to get back into the game. So long story short, like I said, if you follow my blog, I've started walking again, which was really exciting. I was up to a mile a couple of times a week, but I noticed that there was a really bad pain, the plantar fascia area. And the last time I had this kind of pain, which came all of a sudden, it popped. Now I was lucky there was no tear, but I was sidelined and the pain was so awful I really couldn't walk. I was using a walker, and I was already, which I didn't know at the time, my muscles had atrophied from lack of movement. So I didn't want that to happen again because I don't want to be sidelined again. That's the last thing I need right now. So because I'm trying to get out of the deconditioning phase, last year I was diagnosed with deconditioning, and there's three levels to that. And I was between a 2 and a 3 because it was hard for me to walk. I was using a walker. I was getting dizzy. It was bad last year. So I eased off, and then I got sick. So I was on the sidelines, and my body's been craving exercise, but it no longer craved to go out for a walk because of this condition. So my body starts to shift, so then my body started to say, okay, well, what can you do? So how you have those food cravings? Well, my body started craving yoga, because that's what I did when I was, healthier and building the muscle on my body. And so my body started to crave specifically DDPY. So DDP yoga has been essential since I started in 2013. It's been off and on DDPY, and I have been doing bed flex and chair to standing, stand strong with the chair, but you're standing with the chair, and then chair force, I think it is, where you're in the chair. But my body didn't want to do that, and my room I needed a little change. So a little feng shui in my room, a little bit of cleaning, throwing things out. And I got to the space that I needed to just spread my wings, because originally what I was doing is just this little nook, no way to really spread my wings. It was just kind of like, okay, let's turn this way, turn that way, just to be able to lift my arms. So I was back to it. Just my mind and body was like, okay, this is how it used to be. Let's get to it. So I wanted those workouts, mind you, are great workouts. It's what got me moving. It got me moving, but I wanted more. So I figured I'd take a chance and do energy. Go back to the classics, energy classic, fat burner classic. Those are the DVDs that I got in the very beginning when I started. And let me tell you, that was a game changer for me. And it made a big difference. So I figured, let me do this again. But I did Energy 2.0. And wow, I was super shocked. I was super excited. It was heavily modified, mind you. And that's what they always say. They say, listen to your body, modify it. And he does give you the guide so that you can modify it. Step in. If you're in a lunge position, you don't have to be in a full lunge. Just step in a little bit. And as far as down dog, I can't really do down dog normally because I do have wrist issues. It's all about the weakness in my body that I'm trying to overcome, trying to get stronger day by day. As you can see, I have a lot of protection. I got this, I got another one under here on this one because this is the weakest. It hurts a lot. And this one has this and it has this because I need it. So I use blocks to do down dog because I can't fully do down dog. And I can do dolphin, but at the same time, that can irk me a little because I do have some subluxation issues. I can write a list of all the things that I got going on, but I'm trying to overcome them little by little. And, forget crocodile or is, like the push-up position, going down like chaturanga. I can't do that. So for now, that's right. You always have to say right now. So I can't do that yet. So I go into Sphinx pose, which is fine, but I did it. I did it last Thursday. I started it and I was really excited. Like I said, it was heavily modified, and just that one workout, because the week prior, long story short, I cleaned my window, so it means I had to move the closet behind me, taking all the clothes out, mind you, and the closet's really not heavy, but I had to move it and lift the window. These are little things that people take for granted, but for me, it's a lot. So needless to say, the days that followed, my body was spent. It was so bad. I couldn't do anything. I was exhausted, even more so, and my body couldn't even lift my laptop. So that's why I wanted to attempt DDPY, because I know that it's like, it's this magic. It's a dynamic resistance. It's like shaking the cobwebs out, and it felt really good. That day I had an appointment. That day I had to walk a lot because I didn't have money on my Metro card because somebody stole my card. And so I had to walk a lot in the heat, which is another thing that I've not been able to do. It just drains me. I can't breathe. I can't do anything. I was able to do it, and I credit that. And yes, it was just one workout, but for me, it was the workout. It was what my body was craving. So it was the medicine that my bones needed, and I felt amazing. So that same day I came home, after the appointment, finished work, and then I had to move everything because we had insulation going on in our building, so we had to move stuff. So it was a lot of moving. It was a lot of more muscle work, and I was beat. I could barely move by the end of the night. Friday, more of the same. After the workers came in and did their thing, we have to clean because there's dust and stuff. We got to move the furniture back. Saturday, more of the same because I couldn't finish Friday. Sunday, more of the same because I wanted to finish feng shuiing my room and some other things. And that was work. That was physical work that I have not been able to do consecutively in well over a year. So I was elated. I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited, but I didn't overdo it. That's all I did. I didn't do any exercise. I did nothing. Skipped yesterday. What's today? Today's Wednesday. Monday I skipped. I didn't do anything. I figured, okay, let me just give my body a rest because I tend to overdo things and push myself just because I want to get there faster. And that's how the injuries come about, because my body's not ready. But yesterday I did Energy 2.0, felt amazing. Of course, later in the day I was super exhausted. My exhaustion just got the better of me. I had to take a power nap. But I did it. I felt happy knowing that I did it. And today I did it again, and it was still modified, but there were certain movements that I modified less, which felt amazing. Are there consequences to exercising like this again? Yes, because I also have hypertonic pelvic floor muscles, which means they're tight. And what happens there? You can't pee, you can't poop, you get pain. So I have to do stretches, which is another hard thing because everything is tight. Just everything, hamstrings, arms, back, calves, everything's tight. So I have to stretch carefully in order to ensure I can relax those muscles. So that's the consequence, but there are ways around it. I also have that Thera wand that I don't like to use, but I got nothing else, because when I'm not paying $300 a session for somebody to put something in there and stretch the pelvic floor. That's not happening. So I am doing what I can, what I have at my disposal to get better. I've had some moments. This Barrett's has been rough on me mentally and physically, along with the gastritis. Everything has been rough. And it's been physically and mentally exhausting because not being able to eat, well, I can eat. It's not like I'm starving myself, but I'm not able to eat what I used to. It's been rough in that sense, and everything's expensive, so the healthier foods are harder to come by. But anyway, back to the exercise. I am thrilled that I'm back doing this. So I'm going to keep vlogging and keep blogging and just, hold myself accountable and continue as best I can, modifying when I need to, and trying other workouts. The app is a little different. So, and that's going to be another video I'm going to touch on. The app is a little different, so I'm going to play around with it, which is exciting because it's nice to have new things, challenge the brain. Okay, gotta go here, gotta go there, so I'm excited to play around with it, and see what other new features it has. So that's it. That's it for today. I'm super excited. If you're watching, just, look for the other video that I'm going to post in regards to the DDP app. So be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will see you next time. Ciao.